Hey y'all, welcome back to the show. Confined cooking. Still looking a little scruffy. Yeah, sure am. Anyway, a friend of mine has a birthday coming up, and one of her requests was for me to make chicken marsala. So, figured I better get started on practicing if I'm gonna see her on her birthday, which I got a couple months, but no time like the present. I got time. This is one of those meals that will take a little bit of time. It's not a quick and easy. It does take a little bit of effort, but it can be done in one pot, just in different steps. All right, so I've already cooked my noodles. I'm using no yolk egg noodles, and here are the ingredients. I got chicken tenders. Typically you're going to use chicken breastises, and usually when you cut the chicken, you'll cut the chicken breast in half, pound them out, so on and so forth. But being in a truck, you do what you got to do. So chicken tenders works, or chicken tenderloins, so to speak, work very well for this. I'm going to dredge that in flour. All right, and then I'm going to use my electric skillet for the frying of the chicken, just to brown it up, and then I'm gonna set it aside on a plate while I make the marsala sauce. Now, being at the company that I work for, we are not allowed to have alcohol on our trucks. Typically in chicken marsala, you're going to want to use marsala wine, cooking wine, and I think there's like 10, 12, 13 or 14% alcohol in that. Now granted, yes, it burns off. However, if DOT stops us and we've got alcohol on the truck, blah, 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 could get in trouble, yada, yada, yada. So, trying to figure out how to make the marsala sauce without. Talking to a friend of mine, Richie from culinary school. He suggested Welch's grape juice and ACV. So, although it won't taste the same, it will be a good alternative to the marsala cooking wine. All right, even though the wine burns off, there's still alcohol in it, and the company frowns upon that. So, anywho, I'm gonna get the chicken dredged through the flour, and you don't need to, put it through the milk and egg wash and then flour and yada yada yada. You just run it through the flour, all right, and then throw it in the skillet. All right, be back in a minute. All right, so we got the chicken going now. Just got it on like a medium set heat. It's gonna take 3 or 4 minutes per side. I got 4 more sitting in the little flour thing right there. You want to give them like a nice little golden brown. Oh, that ain't ready. So I like to flip them all at the same time, so I'll just let this one sit for a few more minutes. Check these others out. Looking good. If I can grab hold of them. Yes, sir. Well, that one just be a little bit light. I'm sitting at an angle. My truck is. That's why all the grease and butter. I used a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of butter for the grease, or for the to fry the stuff in. Tip this over a little, get some of that stuff poured around the other. That right there is going to take time because I got to flip it on its side right there. You see that flour right there? I got to get that all fried up. That's starting to look good. So I'll be back once they're all done, and I'll start doing the marsala sauce. All right, so the chicken is done. Now I got that big old mess right there, but that's the good mess. I cut up a shallot, a shallot. Good size shallot. I'm gonna brown those up. The ones that aren't stuck to the cutting board. And for the mushrooms, you can typically use either cremini, which it's very cool to say, cremini mushroom. Hey, I got me some cremini mushrooms. What kind of mushroom is that? Oh, it's a cremini. Or, since they are kind of hard to find, and being that we drive trucks for a living, we can't always get by a Trader Joe's, but we can usually get by a Walmart. So I use some baby portobellos. All right, stick all that in there. And no, I don't wash them. God made dirt, dirt don't hurt. I'm gonna let this stuff start to brown. And I'm gonna start scraping some of the burnt on stuff. But now when I pour in the makeshift Marsala cooking wine, I'm going to start what's called deglazing the pan. Okay? And I'll show you what I'm talking about. And you can find recipes to cook online. This is just something that I learned in school, and it's carried over with me. All right. Got my lid on too tight for my grape juice and ACV. It's about a half a cup. Might be a little bit more. Look at that. That's about enough. Oh wow. It actually has a pretty good smell. Kind of shocking. Then we also want to put in half a cup hang on a second, I gotta put the phone down. Alright, so we also want to add about a half a cup of heavy cream. That should do it. And we're going to reduce this by half. The one thing I did forget, typically I don't, but today I did, was the garlic. You gotta have garlic. And I like to put a lot of garlic in this because I love the flavor of garlic. This is where I'm going to take the lid off. So once it's finished, I'm going to go ahead and plate it up, and we'll see what it looks like. I know it's going to taste good. Stir this up a smidge. The baby bellas are kind of on the big side. They're more of an adolescent versus a baby. Wow, that smells good. Let that reduce. Actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish off that bottle of grape juice and ACV. Give it a little more tang. Alright, and it'll take probably about 15 minutes for this. And you stir it occasionally, whatever. And you know, once it thickens and has reduced about half, by about half, you should be ready to go. Then you stick your chicken back in, heat it back up, and get ready for some good eating. All right, see y'all in a bit. All right, guys, so there it is. I've already taken the chicken out. Well, I didn't put the chicken back in because I wanted it to look better for the plate, for the presentation, and have a little bit of a mess going on. But here we go. It's not the prettiest plate that I've ever done, but that, my friends, is chicken marsala. Non-alcoholic chicken marsala. Y'all should really smell the inside of my truck right now. That's really going to be good eating. All right, so thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If not, sorry. If you liked the video, do me a favor and like, share, comment. Give me some suggestions on something that you might want to see me cook. Do me a favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Confined Cooking. All right. Thanks so much for your time, and I'm gonna go eat. Love you, bud.